Good morning, friends. Welcome back. You'll notice today we're doing something a little bit special. We are in my garden, so bear with me. We're going to be dealing with a little bit of outside noise from the road, from my neighbors, possibly people pulling into my driveway because we're putting an addition on the house. So there's a lot of activity going on, but it's just such a gorgeous day out here, and I wanted to share this very special sacred space of mine with you for our special edition practice today. So, as I'm filming this is the end of July. We are in Leo season. So, now is a time where we can shine super bright. We can be a little extra, a little demonstrative, and it's totally fine. So, today's practice, we're going to be focusing on some sun salutations. And that is pretty much all we're going to be doing. So, it's going to be a little bit of a challenge. We're going to be moving through 10 rounds back to back. We're going to start off with some light stretching just to get ourselves warmed up. And then we're just going to move through. So whatever variations you feel comfortable, whether that's even just taking a cat-cow rather than moving through chaturanga, up dog, into down dog, whatever is going to work for you. So if you want to have a couple of blocks available toward the top of your mat, that is fine as well. And yeah, we're just gonna get our way through it. We're going to move with a lot of intention and focus, no rushing, really big breath movements, and we're going to have a lot of fun with it. I'm going to be facing to the west. Normally I would be facing east for this, but it is almost 80 degrees outside right now, and the sun's going to be very, very hot. So but if you want to position yourself east, if you are inside, but I do encourage you to take your practice outside today if you can. So on that note, we will go ahead and get started. So friends, if you'll join me in a comfortable seated position, and if you are outside like me, you'll probably be dealing with some bugs, so you'll notice me kind of flapping my hands around. I apologize for that. But find yourself in your most comfortable seat, and as always, give yourself a moment or two to come into this space, allow the weight to shift around. Maybe just find a little bit of fluid movement through the body, through the spine, the shoulders. If it's morning for you, this might be the first few movements that you've done for the day. And even if it's the end of your day, sometimes we just get a little bit tense and tight, so just make these movements small and fluid until you can find your center and begin to settle into the body. Feel your lower body really root down, establishing your connection to the earth. The shoulders can relax. All of that weight can just slide right off, but allowing us to stay uplifted. And then the eyes can soften or close, the belly can relax. And allow yourself to tune in with your space. Whether you're indoors or outdoors, what do you hear? What do you smell? What does the air feel like on your skin? What patterns and rhythms do you hear or feel around you? How do you feel a part of this environment? Do you notice your own breath starting to connect with those rhythms? And then slowly we'll begin deepening through the breath, building each inhale and exhale. And Once you've found a really nice controlled pattern of deep breath here, I invite you to stay with it for 5 more rounds. Just surrender yourself to this deep breath. Drawing in that earth energy. Finding the connection of your body to your breath, to the space around you. One more inhale. Slowly release the breath out. Your next breath in, still make it a deep one. We're going to reach the arms out to the side and up overhead. As we exhale, we're going to fold forward, bring your hands down first, and gently bring your torso, your upper body down over the legs and feet. Root your tailbone down into the mat. And we're just gently relaxing the heart down here. So I'm down on my forearms, but you can just take a soft bend to the elbows, because what we're trying to do is open up space through the hips, through the lower body. Trying to keep the belly slightly engaged so that it's tucking up and in to give you support, and we're not just allowing all of that weight to collapse down. We're using control, we're using the breath. On an inhale, lift yourself up to fingertips, look forward. Exhale, root that tailbone back, feel the belly tuck in. Next breath in, reach the hands up. Exhale, hands to the heart, and as the hands come down, we'll gently lower the chin into the chest. Keep the shoulders relaxed. We're stretching out the back of the neck. You can release the hands to your lap or legs. And then moving with the breath, we'll start our little half circles. Inhale, one of your ears up and over the shoulder. Exhale, rolling the chin to the chest. And inhaling to the opposite side. So just nice, slow movements back and forth. Relax the belly. Relax the shoulders. Next time that your chin rolls into the chest, we'll pause here, hanging the head down. And your next inhale, bring your head back up through center. Take your left hand to the side. On an inhale, reach that right hand up and overhead. Fingertips active to the side of the mat. And pressing away through that left hand to make sure we stay long and extended through both side bodies. Feel the ribs expanding and stretching. And maybe we turn to look up at that right elbow. Your next inhale, reach up with both hands. And exhale, hands to the heart. If it feels okay with the legs, reverse the cross of the feet. Arms reach out to the side. Inhale, reach them up. Exhale, we'll fold forward. Your hands can come down first. And with control, we're going to release our upper bodies down over the feet. Bring that stretch into the legs and the hips. The belly is supporting us from underneath, so don't just collapse yourself down. Find your breath. Inhale, lift halfway to fingertips. Exhale, root that tailbone down, pull the belly in. Next breath in, reaching all the way up. Exhale, hands to the heart. Keep your head lifted this time. We'll release that right hand to the mat. Inhale, left hand reaches up and over. Making sure we're pressing away and finding that big extension up through the side body. Sorry, there's people here. Inhale, reaching up. And exhale, hands coming into the heart. So releasing the hands down, go ahead and stretch your legs right out in front of you. Give them a nice little shake and a wiggle. Move any flesh of the bottom out of the way so you feel the pelvis tilting forward. We're going to fold and rise. You know where we're going with this. I do this a lot. Feet are flexed, soft bend to the knees. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, extend and fold. Bow down to yourself. We're going to hang out here for a couple breaths. Keeping that soft bend to the legs. Feel the stretch coming up through the whole back of the body. Try not to drop the head, but extend through the crown of the head toward the toes. Root that tailbone back and just breathe. Feel the back of the lungs expanding. And before we get up to rise here, we're going to start to soften the backs of the knees toward the mat. So straightening the legs out just a little bit. They do not have to lock. But we're just bringing the stretch a little deeper into the hamstrings. And then feel the belly tighten up. Look to the toes. Inhale, reach the arms up. Look up to the hands. And exhale, hands to the heart. Releasing down. Inhale to reach. Exhale, extend and fold. Release down, hands framing the legs. Inhale, drag the hands to the hips, round the spine up. And exhale, shoulders down the back. So we're going to be moving through that 5 more times. Inhale, reach. Exhale, fold. Rounding up, breathe in. Exhale, shoulders down. Three more times. Last exhale down. Rounding up. And shoulders down. Make your way into a tabletop position, hands and knees. So because we're going to be coming into planks, chaturangas, we need to make sure the wrists are nice and warmed up. circling out around the hands. And now is a great time, if you're outside like me, to assess the flatness of the ground underneath you. I see I'm going to have to probably reposition my mat before we start our sun salutations. So we're just circling around gently. And now we're going to move the wrists so that they face the center of the mat, fingertips to the long edges. If you've taken my classes before, you know where we're going. So each time we switch the hands around, you're going to get a little bit of a different stretch up through the forearm and into the hands. Now wrists to the long edges, fingertips to the center. And then the awkward one where the fingertips flip around to face the knees, wrists forward, and you can do one hand at a time here if this is too intense with both. And just gently pressing around and back and forth. This is a pretty deep stretch, especially if you're a little bit tight in the wrists, so just take it easy. And we're breathing this whole time as well. Bring the hands forward. We'll come to the top of the left hand. Gently circle it around. And shake it out. We'll move to the top of the right. And shake it out. Now, pardon me, I'm just going to pull my mat over. And we're going to move through some cat-cows here. So inhale, lengthen the belly, lift the heart. Exhale, tuck the belly in, press the shoulder blades to the sky. 2 more times. And exhale. Inhale to table, tuck the toes, walk the hands in front, breathe in here. And exhale, downward facing dog. Maybe start with the knees bent so we can start to pedal out the feet, lifting and lowering the heels, and really pressing the hands away from the mat so that we feel that extension up through the spine and the belly pressing toward the thighs. Finally, coming to stillness, take a breath in, look to the hands, and exhale, walking to the top of the mat to fold down over the feet. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold down, soften the knees. We're going to roll up to stand, big breath in, feel the belly tucking in as the spine lengthens up. Arms come out to the side and up overhead, look up. Exhale, hands to the heart. Breathe here. So we're going to be moving right into our 10 rounds of sun salutations. Again, if it gets a little bit too intense, please modify to any way you feel comfortable. But I do encourage you to maybe challenge yourself a little bit through the beginning and through the middle. Just remember in chaturanga, or as we lower to the belly, keep those elbows tight to the body, the shoulder blades nice and broad. And as we come up, if you're coming to upward facing dog, we really want to try to lift those thighs off the mat, so strong through the feet, press the hands in, and if you're coming up into cobra with the lower body down, we're pulling the heart forward, elbows squeezing in to lengthen ourselves up. And yeah, we're just going to come right into it, so standing tall at the top of the mat, take a moment to root down through the feet and connect again with your environment. How do you feel within this space? How does the breath feel within your body? I'm going to guide you through the first round. After that, we'll just be taking it breath to breath. So come along with me as we shine out our light and gratitude to the sun. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, swan dive forward over the feet. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold, plant the hands, both feet step back to plank. Take a breath in. Exhale to the belly. Inhale, cobra or upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Take a full breath in and out. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, walk or hop to the top of the mat. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale to fold. Inhale, bend the knees, come up to stand, reverse swan dive all the way up. Exhale, hands to the heart. All right, guys, 9 more rounds. Stick with me here. Intentional, slow, full breath movements. Full breath and down dog. Take a full breath here, standing. Exhale through the mouth. Reach. Exhale, hands to the heart. That was 5 rounds, guys. Before we move into the next half, I invite you, if you've been leading with one side of your body, if you've been turning over your right foot, I invite you to turn over with the left foot or to lead with the opposite side. Take a couple of breaths, catch everything up, and we'll move into the last half. Reach. Slow movements here. Really surrender yourself to the breath. For the remaining 4 rounds, we're going to be skipping that full breath in downward facing dog and just moving straight through. So here we go, 4 more rounds. Inhale, reach. Two more. And exhale. For this final round, we're going to be moving into the full expression of our practice, and that simply means I want you to smile. So here we go, last round. Inhale, reach. Exhale, fold. Halfway lift and release. Step or hop back to the belly. Cobra or up dog. And downward facing dog. Look forward. Walk or hop. Halfway lift and fold. Press into the feet, rise up, smile. Hands to the heart and breathe. Feel your roots connecting into the earth and that bright light shining out from the crown of your head. We're going to get ready to wind down. So release the arms. Inhale, reach them up. Exhale, diving forward to fold. Halfway lift. Widen out the feet. Bend the knees, squat into the heels, and with control, we're going to lower ourselves back. Bring the hands to the side and behind. Right down to our half boat position to wind down. Bring the arms out to the side. Inhale for a tall spine. Exhale, pull the navel back as we release all the way back to the mat, breathing the whole way. As you release down, relax the arms and the legs. Let the spine neutralize to the ground. And then floating the right knee to the chest, give it a nice hug. And then we're going to just rock it from side to side, massaging out through the pelvis, the low back. Maybe do a few circles with the knee before we come into a twist. So knee in the chest, left hand on the knee, right arm open to the side. Take a breath in. And as we exhale, use your left hand to guide the knee to the left side of the mat. You do not have to reach all the way down, so we want that right shoulder grounded. Deepen the breath. And inhale through center, knee tucks back into the chest, give it a little squeeze. And release the right leg down. Sorry, there's a helicopter flying overhead. Left knee tucks into the chest. Squeeze it in. Move it around, back and forth, maybe in a circle. And as we hug the knee into the chest, right hand on the knee, left arm open to the side, breathe in, and exhale, relax the leg to the right. Again, it does not have to touch. Maybe you rest those left toes on your right knee, and breathe. And inhale once more through center. Releasing yourself back into Shavasana. Tuck the shoulder blades underneath. Even out your body and release the spine into the mat. Connect again with your breath. Connect again with the space around you. Feel that fire, that sun energy we just built up within the body. Feel it coursing through your blood, through your veins. And allow it to travel everywhere. And then slowly release. As you begin to sink into Shavasana here, to surrender to stillness, to surrender the breath and control of the body, I invite you to use some of this fuel, this Leo sun energy, to take you throughout the rest of your month, to help you through these times of uncertainty, to greet each day with compassion, your encounters with others to be respectful, and plenty of time to commune with nature. Allow your thoughts to slowly float away, the breath to be quiet and gentle. Slowly begin to deepen your breath. As awareness comes back to the body, wiggle out the toes and the fingers. Rock the head gently from side to side. Using an inhale, reach and extend your arms up overhead. And then exhale, soften and release. Gently bring the knees into the chest one last time. Give yourself a really big squeeze. Find a few kind words just for yourself, but also maybe a few words of gratitude for this beautiful earth that we live on. Perhaps making a small pledge to do what you can today, what difference you can make to help clean up our environment, to help give back to the earth. And whenever you're ready, rolling to one side and using an inhale, making your way up to sit. We'll bring the hands into the heart. And if you care to join me, we'll end our practice with a round of Om. Nice big inhale. Exhale all the stale air. One more breath in for Om. Thank you so much for joining me for this limited edition practice. I hope you are healthy and well, and I thank you for all of your continued support. I look forward to next time. Namaste.